Hey friends, welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jen. I do cooking, canning, and food preservation videos every Tuesday, and I do garden vlogs every Friday. If that's the sort of content you're into, I hope you'll consider subscribing and sticking around. We have a great group of people, and we'd love to have you here. Today I'm going to be making jalapeno popper egg rolls. This is a really simple recipe. It only took just a few minutes to make it, and you can customize this any way you like. But first I'm going to start off with making a package of bacon. I just crisped it up in a pan after I cut it up into small pieces. And then in a large bowl, I'm adding 2 blocks of cream cheese that I let sit to get soft at room temperature. Now I have a confession to make here. I didn't let them sit out quite long enough, so you're going to see me struggle to stir this up because they're still pretty firm. But just let your cream cheese sit out for a little longer than I did and you should be fine. Now, if you're only making a few of these egg rolls, you can just use 1 block of cream cheese and cut all of these ingredients by about half. We have a family of 6 adults, so I tend to do double batches of everything when I cook. And anybody that's been here for any length of time knows, usually when you see me do a recipe, if you're cooking for a normal size family, just cut it in half. So once I get this cream cheese loosened up a little bit, I'm going to add a small bunch of green onions, the white parts and the green parts that I chopped up. Like I said, this is fully customizable. If you don't like green onions, feel free to substitute that with something else. I think cilantro would even be good in this. And this is 3 or 4 large jalapenos that I de-seeded and chopped up kind of small. You can leave the seeds in if you like. I have a couple of folks in my house that don't really prefer super spicy food, so I did take the seeds out. And then this is about half a block of sharp cheddar cheese that I just shredded. And I'm going to just do my best to get this all mixed in. Now, at the end, after I got it all mixed up, I did end up adding most of the rest of that cheese and all of the rest of those peppers once the cream cheese was soft enough to stir it a little easier. Now, as far as seasoning goes, I keep this pretty simple because you're going to get a lot of salt and flavor from the bacon. You're going to get a lot of flavor from the cheese and the jalapenos. So basically, I'm just going to add a little bit of garlic powder. That's to taste. You could use fresh garlic, but I think that that might be a little overpowering because these egg rolls don't stay in the hot oil long enough to cook that garlic down. I'm also going to add about a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. Just add a little something to it. And then I'm going to season with salt and pepper to taste. Now keep in mind, like I just said, the bacon is already salty, so you really don't want to go crazy with the salt on this. If you wanted to, you could even add some red pepper flake for some more heat, if that was your thing. So I'm going to add that crispy bacon that I've had draining on a paper towel to this mixture, and I'm just going to get it well combined. This does take me a while, but thankfully I was able to cut that out so you guys didn't have to just sit and watch me stir. And once I get it all combined, I'm going to start rolling up my egg rolls. Now I'm just using a package of Nasoya egg roll wrappers. You could use whatever kind you like. I have been known to do something like this in the past where I cut the egg roll wrappers into 4 pieces and actually make them in muffin tins. I have a short video on how I did that. I made crab rangoon cups, so if I can remember to, I'll leave a link in the upper right-hand corner here to that video if that's something you might be interested in. So I'm just going to put like a heaping spoonful of this filling in each one of these egg roll wrappers, and then I'm going to roll it up like an envelope. You put your filling a little farther to the edge closest to you, fold the sides in, and then roll it away. And then that last little flap, I'm just going to put a little bit of water on to help it stay closed. If you don't use the water, there's a chance that when you put these in the deep fryer, they will pop open and all of your cream cheese filling will just go into the oil. So definitely worth taking the extra couple of seconds to put just a little water on the edge to hold it shut. And I'm going to do it one more time for you here. Roll it away and then fold the corners up. If you notice that any of the edges of your corners are sticking out, pinch them shut because any opening, as I said, is just, it's a hole for the cream cheese to run out and you want to keep the filling inside the egg roll. Now you could absolutely make a much larger batch of these and flash freeze them on a cookie sheet and store them in a Ziploc bag and only, use what you need at the time. I've even discussed making some of these with my kids with like cheeseburger filling or Southwest chicken with like corn and black beans and all of that in it. So you have some options. Like I said, you could put anything in an egg roll wrapper and it will be delicious. So I'm just going to move through these and get them all done up. And the excess that I had of the filling, I just put in the refrigerator, and my husband actually put that on a bagel the next day. He said it was really good like that. I'm using a deep fryer because I recently used this for something else and I already had the oil. You do not have to have a deep fryer. Just do a shallow fry in a skillet, or if you have a deeper pan, a couple of inches of oil is really all you need. But you want your oil to be nice and hot, about 350 degrees, before you drop your egg rolls in. These do not take very long at all. You want to take them out before they are as brown as you think they need to be, because even on the cooling rack, they are going to brown up just a little bit more. From time to time, I just take my wooden chopstick and I kind of flip them around in the oil to make sure that all sides are getting browned up. And if you own an air fryer and you're not a fan of deep frying things, I absolutely think this recipe would work out really well in an air fryer. If you just gave them a little spray of like some avocado oil or something. But in the deep fryer, they really do come out super crispy. I'll show you. I'm not really sure if this would work in the oven. I've never tried it before, but I imagine you have some options. So play around with them a little bit and, make it suit your lifestyle. On this night, we had these while we were watching a movie as a little treat, and there were absolutely no complaints. In fact, the only complaint that I really got was, I really wish you had made more. So I hope that you give these a try. They're really delicious, and they kind of remind me of the appetizers that you might get served in like a Chili's or something like that. Um, Especially the idea of the Southwest chicken one. If you give these a try, make sure you leave me a comment below and let me know what you thought about them. Have you ever made anything like this before, or do you think you might? Until next time, friends, happy cooking.